Welcome back to the channel. AFCON Morocco 2025 has been pure drama and the quarterfinals are finally here. I'm going deep on each matchup with form notes, likely lineups based on what we've seen so far, the key battles, what will swing it, and then I'll stack my picks up against your community votes in the exact order you chose. Let's get into it. Mali versus Senegal in Tangier kicks off the round, and it's a great clash of styles. Mali have been disciplined all tournament, compact lines, a double pivot that keeps things tidy, and they hit quickly when they win it. You've seen the spine, Digi Diarra in goal, Hamari, Tamori, Marshall in the right, Basuma dictating tempo, and that pragmatic approach carried them past Tunisia on penalties after 1-1 deadlock. Senegal, though, look like a machine again. The squad depth is ridiculous. Edouard Mendy behind Kalidou Koulibaly, Idrissa Gana Gueye, and Pat Mata Sarr owning the middle, with Sadio Mane and either Ismail Yassar or Iliman Ndiaye feeding Nicholas Jackson's runs. They had that 3-1 win over Sudan in the last 16. They're pressing in waves, and their transitions are sharp. I think Mali will frustrate them for a good half hour, but once Senegal start finding those cutbacks and Koulibaly settles the rest defence, the dam breaks. My call is Senegal 2, Mali 0. Then it's Cameroon against Morocco in Rabat, and this one has knockout pedigree on one side and host momentum on the other. Morocco have a starry group without overcomplicating the game. Bonu's calming goal, Hakimi stretching the right, Saiss and Aguerd reading everything, and in front it's the mix of Ouanahi and El Kanous controlling rhythm with Brahim Diaz linking to En-Nesyri or El Kalbi. Morocco can play patiently, but when they flip the switch to the right flank, Hakimi overlap and Diaz cut back, it's devastating. Cameroon coming off a gritty win over South Africa, and you know what they bring? Experience, set-piece threat, and a willingness to make transitions with Abakabaka and Toko Ekambi. The problem for them here is protecting the fullbacks where Morocco doubles up wide. If Regragui pins them back, the indomitable Lions spend long spells without clean exits. I've got Morocco edging it 2-1 with a decisive moment created down that right channel. On Saturday, Algeria meet Nigeria in Marrakesh, and that's a fantastic stylistic contrast. Algeria want control, Benis's metronome, Ouawa's angles, Mahrez receiving in that right half space to slow the game and pick the pass. It looks great when spacing is right, but if they're even slightly slow between the lines, Nigeria punish you. The Super Eagles were ruthless against Mozambique, Osimhen attacking the near post, Lookman shredding the half spaces, Iwobi hitting the early diagonals, and with Ndidi and either Onyeka or Onyedika screening, their rest defence has looked more secure than people expected. For me, the entire match pivots on whether Algeria can progress past Nigeria's first press without turnovers. If they can't, Osimhen and Lookman will turn those giveaways into goals. I'm going 2-1 Nigeria. Periods of Algerian control, but the transitions decide it. Finally, Egypt against Ivory Coast in Agadir is the heavyweight tie. Egypt still manage games as well as anyone at AFCON. El Shenawi gives them calm at the back. The double pivot keeps the midfield closed, and then everything funnels to Mohamed Salah. Isolations against the fullback, curling runs to the back post, or the diagonal receive between lines. Marmoush and Trezeguet add to the second wave, and Zizou's delivery is when money when they get some sent pieces. Ivory Coast coming balanced and powerful. Kessie, Sangare and Seko Fofana can own midfield territory. The centre-backs Ndika and Ousmane Diamonde win duels, and Hala is that aerial focal point. The returning Wilfried Zaha adds a direct outlet on the wing, and they just look assured putting away Burkina Faso 3-0. I think this is tight, decided by small details, Egypt's patience, one Salah moment, and disciplined late game control against Ivory Coast's set piece and crossing threat. I'll say Egypt 2, Ivory Coast 1, but I expect nerves right to the end. Alright, let's stack that against your community predictions in the same order. You went Senegal 100% over Mali, 0 for Mali. You backed Morocco 100% over Cameroon, 0 for Cameroon. You were all in on Nigeria over Algeria, another 100-0. And the closest one you had was Egypt over Ivory Coast, 80% Egypt, 20% Ivory Coast. So we're basically aligned on 3 of the 4, and we're on the same side of the tightest game too, just with a bit more caution on my scoreline. Those are my quarter-final calls. Tell me where you think the shock is. Does Cameroon find a set-piece break? Does Algeria smother Nigeria's transitions? Or do Ivory Coast bully Egypt on crosses? Drop your scorelines below. Smash the like if you enjoyed the deep dive. And subscribe because my FA Cup third round predictions are coming soon as these games wrap up. So I'll see you there.